Welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Solo Stories. I am very sorry. I am kind of behind. Only 2 stories behind, but still behind nonetheless. Had some things come up, and so I will be doing 2 videos today, just to make up for the fact that I missed both of these. I didn't miss them, I saw them, I just couldn't do them. But I digress. So today we're going to do Dimensional Observer of the S-Force. I don't know much on the S-Force. I just remember seeing them and then thinking they were kind of I didn't know what they did. The Mysterious Secret Society. Nice. Let's get to it. Oh, she looks pretty cool. Dimensional Observers of S-Force. A secret society of higher scientific powers called S-Force. It is comprised of agents that work to prevent crimes and disasters. Their missions are said to span the entire time-space continuum, yet the extent of it is not revealed to the agents. Nevertheless, a senior agent gives the new recruits a rudimentary orientation explaining the Force. Big words. New agents, welcome, S-Force. Before we dive into mission, allow me to first explain more about the S-Force. I am Rappa Chiamore. I will be your guide today. It is a pleasure to meet you all. I'm aware that everyone has a different story about why they decided to join the Force. Perhaps you were wrapped up in an incident, or maybe you were scouted. Perhaps your goals align with the vision of S-Force. Perhaps you have been contracted from other organizations. I myself am here under the orders of the village head. Also, some of you may have abilities that will be useful for S-Force. It is these abilities that dictate our assignments. Sorry, I am getting back into reading. It is hard. As a shinobi myself, love it. I'm a good with shurikens and secret techniques that allow me to hide anywhere. Here at our base, the bridge head, we observe many dimensions and time spaces. When we observe and detect a problem, we deploy to solve it. Commander Justify sends the most suited agents of the mission via a warp gate. That's pretty sick. It sounds familiar. The mission can be many things: disastrous response, saving lives. To prevent crimes, we may even tail and apprehend suspects. No one knows when they will be needed for a mission. This is why it's important to train, so that you're always ready to go on a mission. There are many convenient facilities for that here. Before the next lesson, I believe there's time for some training. If you're prepared, you'll never have to worry. I don't know why I thought that said something different. I was like, what the heck? I just ate, so things are going to be a little bit harder to say. Hopefully that'll help. Alright, let's see what these guys do. Many of the S-Force monsters have effects that are applied to enemy monsters in front of them. The effect applies only to itself, but also to monsters in front of other S-Force monsters as well. Use this to your advantage by deploying multiple S-Force monsters to encircle your opponent into a pinch. Interesting. So they rely on columns like the Mech Knights. Well, specifically, yeah. Alright. Rappa Chiyomaru. Okay. S-Force Graviton. Each of your opponent's monsters in the same column as one of your S-Force monsters is banished when it leaves the field. Oh, so they're more of each of your opponent's monsters in the same column as one of your... That's cool. Use your S-Force cards to win the duel. No way. Right? Edge Razor. Alright. Edge Razor. Monsters in the same column as S-Force monsters cannot be used as materials for the Link summon of a Link 3 or higher. That's messed up. I love it. Activate S-Force Edge Razor's effect. Alright, Chiamuri, yes. Special summon, I'm guessing. Banish S-Force Gravitron from your hand to activate the effect of S-Force Rappa Shiomori. The effective summon force. Okay. So, effect, banish, return to hand, and then special summon. That's cool. Now activate the effect of S-Force Platina. Special summon from your deck using the effect special summon to banish. Force Gravitron. Yes. Ah. This is interesting deck. Activate S-Force Gravitron's effect. Showdown to your hand from your deck to your hand. Okay. Alright. Or add one S-Force from your deck to your graveyard. This time, try activating S-Force Showdown to special summon S-Force outside. Okay. Now I'm guessing I'm gonna go into a link material. Yep. A link 4. S-Force Justify. Nice. Proceed to the battle phase. Okay. What does he do? You can target one face-up effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of the turn. Then you can move monster to a monster zone this card points to. That's cool. That's an interesting effect. I would... Does this require S? Ooh. That's interesting. But move into position to its own link monsters. Okay. And activate the effects and see what it does. Okay. So, attack your opponent with S-Force Justify. Activate effect. Negate. Send it to a monster zone. Yeah, right in front of me. Yep. Effective S-Force Justify that relocates your opponent monster. Okay. Try to drive your opponent's monster into a position where it's missing an S-Force monster. Kept in mind. That's cool. I might make this deck. This seems very intriguing. I don't care if it's good or bad. This looks fun. And I like this stage. The fact that it's creating like little warp holes underneath looks kind of distracting though. Won't lie. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, let's see. Nice work. How was that? Got an idea of how the mission may play out? As a shinobi, I'm confident in solo missions. However, I still go on missions with my seniors upon the orders of the commander. I'm sure you'll all be busy with similar duties soon enough. I think now is a great time to introduce some seniors you may work with. First is the aforementioned S-Force Commander Justify. He coordinates all of our missions. You may hear him speak when he gives an order, but in all honesty, I've never really seen his face. Does he always wear that heavy suit? We will never know. Next up, Lapsawal. I was shocked when I first saw him flying around and shooting beams, but despite his appearance, he's a very civilized person. He taught me so much, even about things unrelated to our mission. He came here for some distant dimension long ago and been part of the force the longest next to Justify. Oh yeah, this metal charm I'm wearing? Lapsawal told me they sell them at the store on the base. I bought one like his too. What do you think? Pretty eye-catching, don't you think? No? Oh, okay, yeah. He does have... Okay, cool. Next, Professor DeGamma. He's an amazing doctor that runs our science teams. He develops lots of tech and equipment for us, like the dog tag that supports our mission. The training facility where we're at is one of the facilities he decided to build one day. Although apparently he's been fixing up the base and some have filed complaints about hallways and rooms changing. Last up is Platina. She's a lady with amazing powers. She's just as mysterious as Justified, but her powers are known to interfere with the dimensions. But there's one thing we do know. Although she is usually a calm person, she's extremely scary when she's angry. Remember, never make Latina angry. These senior agents I just introduced aren't just doing more missions than everyone else. I feel like they go into missions knowing more than the other senior agents. Why'd you put it like that? There are other agents so many great agents that I cannot name them all. How about we show our seniors what we're capable of doing for the world and for the people? Use your special skills and do your best in the missions. That's all for today. Thank you for all your time. Well, that's a pretty neat one. The deck is very nice. I do like it. The whole basically being in front of other enemy cards has always been like one of my favorite things in this game because it makes it feel so much more important where you place your cards. And the fact that there's a guy that moves them, even better. So I think S-Force is pretty cool. Oh, and of course, and I'm guessing that the emblem is Justify as well. Yep. Very nice. I think S-Force is a very good story. I think it's a pretty good. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll post the next one up in just a few minutes from this one, actually. Have a good day, night, evening.